Hello, good afternoon. I'm James Lim, founder of the Property Plus system, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about where to find value properties in 2025. So in my last video, I actually talked about this slide where I actually categorize properties in Singapore into different regions. Okay, basically the core central, the RCR, rest of central region, and also the OCR. And actually from this graph, right, we look at the delta or the difference of where the value will be. And the most amount of value is actually at the core central region. Now, this is not surprising because there's a lot of foreigners who are actually the main investors of buying Singapore properties. And because of, like last time during the COVID period, they start to sell off their assets. And even now, because there's a lot of ABSD for foreign buyers of 60%, therefore, they are actually not entering into the Singapore market. Therefore, there's already a lot of value in the core central. But then in today's slide, right, I'm going to talk about, in core central region itself, what are the different district there is, and where is the most profitable or value that you can find in terms of property. So different investors have different mindset, and I will share with you basically the data in which we shall see of what type of investor are you that will have the best possible type of properties for you. Okay, so let's get on to it. And so basically today I'll be talking about finding undervalued properties. So if you look at this slide at time, right, where I talk about splitting into region at time, I will look at 2018 mark till the current dates. Okay, why is it 2018 I'm comparing? Is because in 2018 you'll see that the delta is actually the smallest, and I shall start from there. Now, why is the delta the smallest? Is because that was the first time where the ABSD for CCR was hit the hardest, where it actually went up by 20%. So I will take data from there. So first of all, I just want to share with you, if you look at the broad overview view for the last 7 years from 2018 till now, basically, core central region has actually grown by 14%. But that is not the case for every district, okay? So if it grows by 14%, let's look at the 5 main different district. Basically, District 1, which is at Marina area. District 2 is Tanjong Pagar. 9, which is your Orchard area. 10 will be your Bukit Timah, and 11 is your Newton. So when we look at the Marina Bay area, you will see that this actually has the worst, okay? Although if we look at Q1 of 2018 from this point all the way to this point, it actually grew by 6%. Seems not bad, but then again, the overall trend is still a negative trend, okay? Now, in Q4 2024, there was actually a huge spike in which the price actually shot up, okay? Now, this can be something like outlier, okay? But then again, you see, there are actually 148 units sold, which doesn't seem to be not bad. And you'll see that the price actually went down. So if you are looking to District 1, I feel that you should actually see one more quarter data before you can make a good judgmental call of whether this is actually a good property to go for. Now, what I'm trying to say is that if you look at the general trend is actually negative, okay? Which means it's basically undervalued for some consumer. So if you are some investor and you think that you are looking for this type of, oh, I'm looking for undervalued properties, I think this is the one, District 1, you can look into it. Okay. Now in District 2 is your Tanjong Pagar, and then from here to here growth above 12% from 2018. But then again, if you look over the past 7 years, it seems to be pretty flat. Okay, so I believe that District 2 will still be pretty flat. So I don't think it's the right time to enter into District 2 itself. Okay, now we look at District 9 at time, right, which will be your Orchard area. Now for your Orchard area at time, you'll see that although it grew by 2%, but it has a very good gentle upward trend, which means property is still going up. Now, when property is going up the time, there are some investors' mindset is that, I do not want to hold on to decreasing asset. I want to go on to increasing asset, but I don't want it to shoot so far high up because I need time for it to grow. If you are this group of buyer, District 9 is actually good for you. Okay. For me personally, I always look at growth properties, but then again, I cannot it to grow too fast. Okay, so for me personally, I'll look at District 9, okay, which is not undervalued, but it's still growing. If we look at District 10 itself, okay, it actually has grown by 33%. So it has a very steep upward trend. I feel that entering to it is a little bit too late. Why this district And even if you look at 11, okay, the growth is 25%. Why you see 10 and 11 look similar that it has a constant growth is because, right, these are still bought by Singaporeans, okay? Singaporeans will buy properties in this district. So it is not so much affected by by foreign consumers, okay? Unlike Orchard Road area that is majority bought by foreigners. So what I'm trying to explain is that, okay, if you have the holding power and you can hold for maybe 15, 20 years, right? Potentially, if one day, let's say we look at District 1, one day the government were to remove the cooling measure, which we will not know when. You know, it can be immediate if we ever hit a recession, or, you know, due to Trump policy, the tariffs, government will remove for foreign investors to come in. I tell you, this type of location, it will definitely shoot up, especially District 1 and District 9. Okay, so I would suggest you to look into District 1 and District 9 itself, depending on what type of properties you are looking for. Slight growth that have a huge jump, or just negative all the way, and then which is undervalued, and then it has a huge jump when policy changes. Okay, so basically this, what my conclusion will be, these two district 1 and 9 are actually very affected by Singapore policy, and these are the areas in which you can look for if you are looking for really growth properties or undervalued properties. So that's all I have for you for this week. Thank you so long. And if you have any questions, please feel free to type in the comment section below. So do share with everyone your comments rather than just personally messaging me and asking me questions. I think that would be helpful as a community. And if you like this video, please give a thumbs up button and do click on the subscribe button. Okay, thank you so long and bye.